Nick and Marty, a parking lot like this one is full of tempting targets for thieves. Experts say these man-made adjustments to the arroyo are simply not big enough to accommodate for such a large rush of water, and this is just one example. I'm here outside Senator Shapley's office where he drafted this contract calling on all local politicians to win back the public's trust in light of the FBI's corruption probe. This is one of the 90 TxDOT cameras spread throughout the city. We have obtained this complaint affidavit, and it reveals some disturbing details about the murder that took place at this apartment. This is the AR-15 semi-automatic weapon, current standard issue for all officers right across the border in the Mexican village of Palomas. The issue resurfaced after the largest massacre in U.S. history, April's shooting spree at Virginia Tech. Despite a history of mental illness, the gunman, Sung Hui Cho, managed to buy his firearms legally. And just last Saturday, a woman walked into this East El Paso gun shop, bought a firearm, then used it to commit suicide right in front of the store.
She didn't seem like she was sad. But I guess you don't know.
We may never know, but if she was suffering from a mental illness, the woman still could have passed the background check by lying on the application.
Have you ever been committed to a mental institution? If you answer yes right here, you are prohibited from purchasing a firearm.
Joe Porter owns another gun shop in El Paso.
We present the information that the individual has presented on the form, and then the FBI conducts a background check on that individual.
Problem is, Texas is one of 22 states that does not submit mental health records to the FBI's National Instant Criminal Background Check System. The NICS is the go-to agency for gun sellers checking buyers' history. That means anyone in the state can fill out the application at a gun store, lie about having a history of mental illness, and get away with it. If you pull up to the only 2 disabled parking spots near the county jail, you might just find a law enforcement vehicle parked there. A News Channel 9 photographer caught this Socorro police officer in the act early last year.
Sir, I gotta get back inside.
He just ignored you and gave you the bum's rush, and I don't like that at all.
We recently showed the video to Socorro Police Chief Bill Manchin, who says he learned about the incident from us.
Anyone who would blatantly violate a law, even a traffic law, will be dealt with.
Before his supervisors found out, the Socorro officer got a job with the El Paso Police Department, so he was not disciplined.
If you're going to enforce the law, you must first do so by example. You cannot tell someone this isn't something you should be doing and then turn right around and do it yourself.
Robert Hysaw agrees. He's been wheeling to and from the county jail to visit a friend since late October.
Most of the time that I come here, there's either police cars, constable cars, city cars parked here in the handicap.
On this day, Hysaw had to push his chair more than 4 blocks.
If they can park in a handicap spot and not get a ticket, then they should park, anywhere other than this spot right here.
There's a big sign right there.
News Channel 9 first brought you this story back in June of 2005 when Elena Hanna could not find a spot because a Secret Service agent was parked in the disabled zone.
Oh, it's very, heartbreaking to see these people parking this handicap, and especially the law enforcement. It is hard because they can walk, it's easy for them to find any parking space, and for me it's very hard.
19 months after she first spoke with us, Hannah prepares for another ride downtown. But she says very little has changed when it comes to finding a disabled parking spot.
I don't really see anybody enforcing it. I don't see it. And if you're healthy, it's good for you to walk. So please just walk, park someplace else, and let us in the wheelchair that we trap in this wheel to be able to park in those zones.
After our initial report, the city added 3 prisoner loading and unloading locations in front of the jail, hoping to solve the problem. But that did not seem to matter for an unmarked car from the FBI, also caught on tape, breaking the law. In a statement, spokesperson Andrea Simmons says the FBI does not condone that kind of activity.
and we have addressed the matter with our employees.
It is never a good thing for somebody who is not disabled to park in the space, whether it's a citizen or a police officer.
The issue is especially troubling for El Paso Police Chief Richard Wiles. One of his department's patrol cars was also caught in the act, and it's his officer's job to enforce the disabled parking policy.
And if an officer chose to park in that space in violation of the law, in violation of our policy, they will certainly answer to that, I can assure you. If they're parking there because they're booking a prisoner, or they're going into the station to do a report, or they don't want to walk from a parking space further, then that would be totally inappropriate.
Chief Wiles says it helps that El Paso Central Police Station is right across the street, adding that supervisors there check on the spots from time to time.
People ask questions. Why are there police officers coming in and out of that place, and still you see a Socorro Police Department car, an EPPD car, FBI?
No, I agree.
So you may wonder, why don't the disabled park in the next closest spot reserved for them here on the street in the government district? Let's go for a walk to find it.
This fast-moving video shows my journey from the county jail heading directly to that destination.
My trip led me about 2 blocks to Ochoa and Overland, but disabled rights groups say there are simply not enough spots reserved for them in such a concentrated area.
Highsaw says that's another reason why law enforcement officers should avoid those spots.
They write tickets for that, and here they come along, and I guess because they're a law official, they feel that they have the right to take that away. And I don't think that they should be allowed to park in handicapped spots.
Now disabled drivers hope the wheels are spinning on a solution to this parking predicament. Jesse Chavez, News Channel 9 Night Beat.
I'm Jesse Chavez in the newsroom with exclusive video of federal investigators. They're removing evidence from the Mission Valley home of one of the suspects.
FBI agents seized 8 boxes from the home of Commissioner Miguel Terán, part of a morning raid in the 9,000 block of San Fernando Court. A computer was also hauled away.
The residents have requested not to participate in any interviews at this time. And if you could just kind of keep the distance that you have right now until we finish up our search.
Can you tell us what the nature of the search is?
I can.
Commissioner Terán arrived just after noon to learn from me that the federal agents were combing his property, searching for any incriminating evidence.
It appears that they're searching through your home right now and documenting.
Good luck. I got a lot of junk.
You got anything to hide? No.
I have nothing to hide.
Why do you think they're investigating you?
I don't know. Good question.
Agents also raided this home on the 2400 block of Hawley Circle in central El Paso. A source within the FBI says it belongs to Arturo Duran, a member of the Thomason Hospital Board of Directors.
No word yet on what, if anything, was found in either home. Commissioner Terán says he has not had any contact with either Ready One Industries or Access Health Source.